My name is Mr. Audige. I am the one of the seventh grade math teacher at University Middle School. Here's my presentation. First and foremost, I welcome you to a new virtual back to school night. Before I get started, I simply want to say that we are living in unparalleled time where it is the line we've heard on repeat for the past few months. Breeding anxiety, fear, sadness, and confusion. There are no clear rules for our new normal, which make planning for the upcoming year and back to school night especially challenging for teachers. As an educator, so many of us are concerned about not only the academic aspect of learning, but also the social emotional toll of current events on our students. While we have no control over what happened over the next few months or even the new school year, we can try to help our students and their family feel as comfortable as possible when it comes to remote or hybrid learning. Parents and guardian, just remember this. You are just as important. Without you, we will not reach our full potential as a school. We value you and your opinion. We look to you as a partner in your child's education. We are excited to work with you and to greet you with a smile and open arms each and every day. Just remember, University Middle School will be a place where you are welcome anytime. As far as my agenda is concerned, um, I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. I've been working as a teacher 18 years. I started in a different district for 3 years, and I was in Irvington for 15 years. 11 of that year was at University Middle School. So I graduate at College of St. Elizabeth with a bachelor degree in mathematics and biology, and that's where I get my master's from as well. I also have another degree on bilingual education. I got quite a few certificates. I have two children, a boy and a girl, and that's just a little bit about me. As the math curriculum is concerned, as you can see, um, my math mission statement is basically right there. So I don't need to basically read the entire thing. But most importantly is I like to encourage students to be active participant in lifelong learning process as independent thinkers. These are the standard for the math content. This is what we covered or we're going to cover for the entire year. Also, we also have the standard for mathematical practice. This is something that's very important for them to understand as they are um, covering all these topics. Make sense of problem and persevere them. Reason abstractly and quantitatively. Construct viable argument and critique the reasoning of others, model with mathematics, so on and so forth. So all these standards are very important throughout what we're doing in this classroom. Um, the program that we are using is the Envision Math 2.0 Savas Realize, and we're also using iReady. Okay, so the breakdown of these two, especially the iReady really helps with students that are struggling in mathematics to get them to where they need to be. Okay, so Savas Realize have a core program based on problem solving. We have the practice book, the assessment, the digital textbook, so on and so forth. You can also navigate that through the Irvington portal. Um, Also, they have the supplemental online software from there, um, where you can also see the enrichment part of that program. So as far as I already is concerned, so I basically want students to complete on a daily basis at least 45 minutes. That will help them comprehend the lesson that I'm doing. Okay, for example, right now we are in the process of doing number sense. So they have a lot of practice where they have to practice these units that deal with number sense, whether it's integers, whether it's rational numbers, so on and so forth. As I said, to get to where they need to be. I know some of them always said math is difficult, but math is all about practice. A sample of already data that I put over there, so you can have an overview how that work. They are about to take an assessment where the assessment is going to break down are they and what level they are. Okay, the level breakdowns in several ways. Some of them probably fall into that level, fourth grade or fifth grade or sixth grade. This all depends. And they are tested on these four domain: number and operations, algebra and algebraic thinking, measurement and data, and geometry. So each part, I'm not really sure how many questions they are asking them, but they have quite a few questions in each domain. And that's how you're going to see how they score. Pretty soon, you will receive the diagnostic growth overall for each students. So your student will actually have their own, so you can actually see how well or they do on that part. That's why it is very important. It is mandatory for me for them to do already every day to practice, even on the weekend when they're not doing anything. Um, it helps because they need to actually practice to get to where they need to be. Um, as far as the technology is concerned, so we are using the smart board, but right now with the hybrid learning, we are using what we call the whiteboard feed. So that's our smart board right now, since we cannot be in school, calculators, and so on and so forth. My class expectation is goes as follow. Attendance is very important. They need to be there on the live. They need to show their face because I need to see what they're doing. Most importantly, they gotta have a notebook, pencils to work with. I basically assign homework 3 days a week. Class participation is very important because that's also part of their grade, which I'm going to talk about in a few minutes. Note taking skills. A lot of students don't like to take notes. Um, Basically, note taking skills help them to succeed because sometimes if they are taking a quiz or a test, if they really take notes, that will help them do well because sometimes most of the stuff that's on the notes repeat on the test. I did forward to parents on the portal a sheet about the expectation as well as far as behavior. So you guys know that this is serious. We are here to learn, and there shouldn't be no nonsense when it comes to learning. Being respectful, being responsible should be the main priority. And as I just mentioned, the focus session is basically break down into two things: envision and I ready. Um, if you go to, like I said, the portal, you should see how the books look like for sixth, seventh, and eighth. The teacher portal look this way, and the student portal look that way right here. And as as I told you before, the Savas Realize program component, you can actually navigate that and see how the solve and discuss problems come up. Okay, so at the beginning, that's how I do now. Okay, it breaks down to the examples and try the key concepts. Do you understand? Do you know how practice problem solving, math Excel, practice problem solving digital? So that's basically what the book is about. So all these things are important to cover from the core curriculum standard, and that's how it looks like. So like I said, you can navigate that yourself in the portal, as I mentioned before. So this is basically an overview how student progress is going to look like. Okay, so how many completed assignment and tests. That's just an example of that. But all these things, you will see it when progress report comes and report cards, and we know that's how we're going to discuss all these test mastery, so on and so forth. Um, the question come, how can I support my child? Um, what I ask parents to always do is always check student planner and notebook daily. It's very important because some student will not tell the truth, telling parent, I don't have homework, I don't have nothing to do, but most likely, yes, you do. And I always said to my students, even though I don't assign homework, that's what I ready is for. That's the other reinforcement to actually get you succeed, get you to where you need to be. Okay. So as you're looking at my PowerPoint, you can actually visualize all these things. And if you have any question as well about this, and as I was mentioning earlier, the whiteboard is what we're using right now since we are not in school. So I can actually see what the students are doing. So I will basically, when we have parent conference, I will basically give you show you how they answer these questions, so you can have an overview of how things work. Um, with that being said, if you have any questions for me, you can always reach me to the school, or you can also email me because I'm big on email at Audige, the first letter of my first name, Audige, Audige at Irvington dot K12 dot NJ dot US. I thank you for listening. Um, Again, if any question, don't hesitate to contact me. Take care. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.